Good morning. It is Saturday, January the 3rd, 2026. My name is Tom Rigsby, and this is your Ready Core Daily Brief. On today's show, when life throws a surprise your way, a small reset can make all the difference. We'll get there in just a minute, but first, let's get you all the latest from the RISAT team and your daily sit rep.
This is your AmCon Daily Sit Rep for January the 3rd, 2026. Up first today, authorities have thwarted a potential New Year's Eve terror attack in North Carolina. Christian Sturtevant, recently turned 18, had been under FBI surveillance since 2022 after initial contact with an ISIS operative. Law enforcement discovered plans and tools for an attack targeting civilians, including non-Muslims, LGBT individuals, and law enforcement personnel. The suspect communicated with undercover FBI and NYPD agents, believing they were collaborating on the attack. Officials believe this prevented a significant tragedy with potentially over 20 victims. Families are urged to monitor and engage with teens about their online activities and beliefs, as ISIS continues to target vulnerable youth via social media platforms like Discord and Telegram. In other news, the Department of Homeland Security has begun cutting FEMA disaster response staff as 2026 begins. On January the 2nd, 50 temporary disaster response personnel received immediate termination notices. These core workers constitute about 40% of FEMA's workforce, and thousands more contracts are expected to end this year amid efforts to overhaul and downsize the agency. As a result, states will bear increased responsibility for disaster response, which could impact reaction times and effectiveness depending on local preparedness. Citizens are encouraged to join community emergency response teams and develop local disaster plans. Turning to civil unrest, protests, and potential conflicts continue around the nation. Numerous events are scheduled across multiple states today, including vigils and rallies in California, Colorado, Florida, Nevada, New Jersey, New York, Oregon, South Carolina, Virginia, and Washington. It is crucial to remain aware of your surroundings, maintain situational awareness, and report any suspicious activity to local authorities promptly. For Ready Corps members, use designated signal chat channels to share updates safely. Now, for today's weather. Another atmospheric river is expected to bring heavy rain and flash flooding risks, along with heavy mountain snow, to California through the weekend. The upper Great Lakes region will experience snow late Sunday due to a clipper system. Meanwhile, above-average temperatures will persist from the interior west to the plains and south, while below-average temperatures continue across the Midwest and Northeast. Lake-effect snow showers will affect areas downwind of Lakes Erie, Ontario, and the eastern part of Lake Superior through Saturday. Coastal flooding is also expected in Northern California. Please stay alert and heed local warnings. Checking the Ready Corps events calendar for the coming week, no events are scheduled in the next 7 days. Members are encouraged to keep an eye on future opportunities to participate and train. That concludes today's AmCon Daily Sit Rep. Members can access the American Contingency Members Only site to get the full report and more in-depth analysis of today's stories, along with practical preparedness tips, training opportunities, and resources to help you, your family, and your neighborhood stay crisis ready.
Many of you have already experienced the first cold snap of the year, but for the Johnsons, this was the first. Freezing rain had been falling since before sunrise, and by noon, branches were cracking under the weight of the ice. When the power went out across town, Ryan didn't panic. He smiled. 2 days earlier, he'd run through a quick reset drill, checking flashlights, topping off water jugs, and testing the generator. Guess we get to see if it works, he said, flipping the transfer switch. The lights in the living room glowed softly as the generator hummed to life. The house was warm, the fridge stayed cold, and the kids barely noticed the change. Across the street, their neighbor Kevin knocked on the door. His generator wouldn't start. Ryan handed him a spare can of treated fuel and showed him how to prime the carburetor. 10 minutes later, Kevin's lights came on too. That's what a reset does. It turns chaos into confidence. It's not about predicting the next event. It's about keeping your systems and mindset ready for whatever shows up. The small checks, quick updates, quiet conversations, they are what transform preparedness from theory into action. It's not about fixing what's broken. It's about staying ready enough that when life tests you, you don't flinch, you just respond. So tonight, take a few minutes to imagine your own wake-up call. What's the one thing that would make the next power outage or storm easier on your family? And then fix that. All right, tomorrow we're going to close out the week with New Year, same mission. A reflection on staying true to your purpose no matter what the calendar says. Thanks as always for listening to your Ready Core Daily Brief. If you're already a member, thank you. Make sure to check out today's resources on the members only platform. And if you're not a member yet, all it takes is a quick trip to AmericanContingency.com to join the network and start building your resilience today. I'm Tom Rigsby. Stay alert, stay ready, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow.